Let's talk about something we've all experienced, the sheer frustration of mopping a floor for what feels like forever. Today, we're going to bust a major myth, the idea that a good old mop and bucket are actually getting your floors clean.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You put in all that backbreaking work expecting a shiny, clean floor, and instead, you get this sticky, streaky mess. It's one of the biggest complaints in cleaning, and trust me, you're not alone in feeling this way.
So, what is going on here? Why does this keep happening? Well, I've got good news. The problem isn't how hard you're working. The problem is the tool itself. Let's diagnose exactly why traditional mopping just doesn't work, especially for bigger areas.
Just look at this list. Every single one of these is a point of failure. It's like a domino effect, right? You start using dirty water, which means you're basically just spreading a thin layer of grime everywhere. Then your worn-out mop head can't pick anything up. Oh, and if you didn't sweep first, you're essentially just making mud. The whole system is pretty much designed to fail.
This right here, this gets to the absolute heart of the problem. The second your mop touches the dirty floor and goes back into the bucket, it's contaminated. From that point on, you're not really removing dirt, you're just moving it around. The floor might look clean when it's wet, but you're actually leaving behind a hidden film of grossness.
And get ready for this number, because it should really make you stop and think. Studies have found that traditional mopping can leave behind 30 to 40% of the dirt. Seriously, think about that. That means almost half the grime and bacteria are still hanging out on your floor after you thought you just cleaned it.
Okay, so enough about the problem, let's talk about the solution. This is the turning point, where we pivot from these old, broken methods to a much smarter, way more effective way to get things clean.
And I have to say this one more time because it is so important. All that frustration you've been feeling, it has nothing to do with your effort.
It's your tool. You're using something that's fundamentally broken for the job of deep cleaning. It's kind of like trying to bail water out of a sinking boat with a bucket full of holes. The technology itself is what's holding you back.
So let me introduce you to the commercial floor scrubber. This machine is a total game changer. It was designed specifically to fix every single failure point of a mop. It scrubs, it lays down a clean solution, and, this is the magic part, it vacuums up all the dirty water immediately, all in one smooth pass.
Okay, so you're probably wondering how much of a difference does it really make? Well, let's just look at the cold, hard data and put these two methods head to head.
At the end of the day, it really boils down to this choice. The old, frustrating, inefficient way, or a modern approach that's backed by actual numbers. And let me tell you, when you see these numbers, the difference is just staggering.
Okay, let's break this down because these numbers tell the whole story. First, cleaning efficiency jumps from, let's be honest, a C- at maybe 70% dirt removal to nearly 100%, A+. Now look at the labor time for a big space. We're talking 40 or 50 hours a week down to just 8 or 10. That's a drop of about 80%. And so importantly, because the scrubber leaves the floor almost instantly dry, the very real risk of somebody slipping and falling, well, it pretty much vanishes.
Now let's talk money. This chart makes the financial hit crystal clear. The annual cost of labor isn't just reduced, it's more than cut in half. You're looking at a potential savings of over $30,000 a year. A year, just from changing your cleaning tool. And that, my friends, leads to an incredible return on investment. The machine literally pays for itself in about 18 to 24 months just from the labor savings alone. All of a sudden, that initial price tag doesn't feel like a cost anymore, does it? It's an investment with a very clear, very fast payoff.
But the real cost of mopping goes way beyond just labor hours. Let's talk about the hidden risks of having a floor that only looks clean. That dirty clean problem.
A dirty clean floor is a huge liability. It's a slip hazard waiting to happen. It gives your customers a really bad first impression, and according to NIOSH, it can even lead to more people getting sick at work. These are the kinds of hidden costs that you don't see on a spreadsheet until it's way too late.
All right, let's wrap this all up. What's the final verdict here? How do we finally get from all that frustration to a real working solution? And this is the question, right? This is the bottom line for any business owner. You see that price tag, $4,000 to $6,000, and you have to ask yourself, is this thing really worth it?
Well, based on all the data we just looked at, the answer is a very confident, very loud yes. The massive savings in labor, the huge reduction in safety risks, and just the simple fact that you get a truly superior clean, it all points to a clear and quick return on your investment.
And here's just a super quick recap of why it works so well. It's a simple, brilliant, 3-step process all in one go. First, powerful brushes dig in and break all that dirt loose. Second, a strong vacuum sucks up all the dirty water immediately. And third, the floor is left almost completely dry. It's a perfect closed-loop system that actually removes the dirt for good.
You know, the source material really puts a perfect bow on it with this final recommendation. It says that for any business with large, busy floors, upgrading to a commercial scrubber isn't just another option. It's the smartest financial and operational move you can make.
So I'll leave you with this one last thing to think about. When you really add it all up, the wasted hours, the safety risks, the bad impressions, and the fact that the floor isn't even truly clean, what is that old mop and bucket really costing you? Probably a lot more than you think.